So we've just got time for one last question. This one's from Madeline Tian of Loreto, Toorak in Victoria.
Good evening, Prime Minister. Everyone has moments of self-doubt in their lives. As an individual and a leader who faces constant media scrutiny and occasional criticism, how do you deal with moments of self-doubt in your life?
You mean like the one immediately before coming on Q&A, that moment of self-doubt? For me, look, everybody has moments of self-doubt. I mean, you know, to not feel that wouldn't be human, and so I feel that too. And sometimes, you know, you see some pretty unkind critiques about yourself in the newspaper and other places. I get treated to that a bit. The main thing, I think, is to be very clear in your own mind about who you are and what you're trying to achieve. If you spend your life valuing yourself dependent on how others see you, then you will live a life buffeted by a lot of extreme emotions, even if you don't try and become Prime Minister. The best way of having some resilience in times of stress is to be very clear about who you are, what you're trying to do, why you're trying to do it, and then the other thing is to have some really good mates that you can turn to in times of difficulty, and I'm blessed with some fantastic friends and a wonderful and very supportive family.
Very briefly, what issues have you had self-doubt about?
Now,
I mean, any self-doubt over big policy issues, any of the big decisions that you've had to make?
Tony, you would know that that's possibly the most dangerous question for me to answer in my political career.
So go ahead. You're on Q&A now. Walk on the wild side.
Walk on the wild side on Q&A. And the reason it's dangerous for me to answer is we have this kind of cultural image of leadership that self-doubt equals weakness, and we don't like to sense weakness. And so we don't exhibit weakness, and I don't exhibit weakness.
So you have to pretend?
Oh, you've got to turn it on, absolutely. You know, I could not afford to wander around, you know this because you understand the media, I could not afford to wander around saying, I don't know, I'm really worried, I have to have a think about that, let me reflect, I'm a bit anxious now. I couldn't wander around doing that. And in truth, that wouldn't be me either, because that isn't who I am. I'm not someone who's, you know, everybody has moments of self-doubt, but I'm not someone given to self-doubt. I'm a determined person. I'm a pretty stoic person, I think, and I think I show that publicly, and that's who I am. I think I'm on a pretty even emotional keel, so I don't have to fake that. That's me. But there are times when, you know, you do go home at night and you are really focused and anxious as to whether a decision you're making is the right one.
So you can't tell us what any of those were?
No, I can't.
Until your memoirs?
I'm not sure I'm worrying with any of that.